And welcome everybody to the NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, the venue for the 2017, a pre-season friendly it may be for both, but in this case, of course, the emphasis on the field, more on the pre-season element of that phrase than the word friendly. Bayern and Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid and Barcelona, a stellar lineup in addition to PSG and Lyon of France, of course, an amazing array, but of course these two adorn it. David De Gea is in goal for Manchester United, and new signings Victor Lindelof and Romelu Lukaku both start for Mourinho. But as he's told us in his interview already, he will get as much game time into as many of these other players once more this evening here, as he did in the two games they've played on the American tour already. Certainly won't be anything like as seasoned a Manchester City lineup, waiting for Bernardo Silva, of course, after his summer exploits. Tosin Adarabioyo, Phil Foden and Patrick Roberts all given the chance to start here by Guardiola. The latter three are youngsters. Ismail Elfas is the referee, and for Manchester City all the experience provided by the likes of Kompany, Fernandinho, Yaya Toure and of course Sergio Aguero, who lifted City spirits. As the City have confirmed, he is staying with them for next season. Guardiola just echoing what was said at the end of last season by the board, incidentally, so it's not a major story, but of course it does get the message across more firmly. So it's not a coincidence, but given their quality they are going to campaign on here for City. Little hello to his international teammate. Just a bit too much on it for Lingard. City a little slow to get onto it, and Ederson had to tip it over the top, and Manchester City did look that bit slower when the ball dropped at the edge of the box here and Herrera came onto it.
Yeah, good strike, and that'll do Ederson's confidence good. Kept it out, which is the aim of the game for him.
Suggestion that perhaps Manchester United have been a little bit more intense about their work here. Lingard and others look very, very sharp on this tour so far. Referee's going to pull them back here. And as I mentioned, the travelling schedule in the United States perhaps a little less arduous than it is for United. And less games to play during the month of August as well. 3 Premier League games. None of them are easy, of course, but tracked him back there. Nicely worked by Raheem Sterling. And still Sterling. We could play the speculation game all night, Mark, but Mourinho, Rashford. Lingard again sharp. Daley Blind, great looking ball in. Good claim by Ederson, who's been busy so far on his City debut here. De Bruyne couldn't get started.
Superb keeper.
Lingard. Well, he knew what he wanted to do with it. Wasn't far away from getting it there to Lukaku. Roberts. Tried to give it to De Bruyne rather than go forward with it. Case of deference, perhaps. Blind back to Rashford. 8 clean sheets in the Premier League last season for Manchester City. De Bruyne to Sterling, who's been lively for City so far. Testing Valencia. And as ever with Valencia, Valencia accepts the gauntlet thrown down in this challenge. De Bruyne, Blind's head. goes Rashford. He too has made a very good early impression on this tour in the United States. Marcus Rashford once more. Something Manchester United have always done par excellence, of course, and that tradition represented for them by the likes of Rashford. Now then, Roberts gets in, goal side is pulled back by Smalling surely. City go on again with Sterling, and Manchester United survive. The man in question being the one and only Aguero, the irrepressible Aguero.
Yeah, good delivery again from De Bruyne. Of the City players, I think Aguero looks a little off the pace, but guarantee he'll be ready come the start of the campaign.
Now Lukaku, he's beaten Edison to it. Romelu Lukaku scores for Manchester United. Well, it's not his first in that famous jersey, but it will feel very special.
Yeah, the tale of two summer signings there. Lukaku getting the goal, Edison. They'll want that one back. Great play from Lukaku. Not sure what the keeper's doing that far from his goal, and what a finish. That was a very tight angle. Hard one to control. Lovely goal from Lukaku.
Words of praise before this game from his new manager, and repaying all that belief, all the confidence Mourinho has in him. Direct, keeping it simple, number one job, stick the ball in the net, everybody will love him.
Guardiola likes his keepers famously, of course, to be good with their feet and good outside the area as well.
Mkhitaryan goes again for United, and they've opened them up again. It's Marcus Rashford, and it's 2-0. They swap sides here, Lingard, to very, very good effect then. Manchester City had a good little spell in this game, but Manchester United have got the cutting edge.
Yeah, looked a very even game in the first half hour, and City falling apart after that first goal. Cut open so easily. Lovely finish again from Rashford.
Fernandinho, the makeshift left back, couldn't get near him.
Now watch the reaction from Company if we see it, kicking the post. Frustration there for all to see.
De Gea not required. And it has been a very energetic first period here. Yes, a friendly, but as ever between these two great club rivals, a little bit of an edge and no end of good attacking football both ways, but the difference, the cutting edge. So Manchester City with a little bit of a hill to climb here as we get underway in the second half. Guardiola freshening it up. Leroy Sané. Sami Nasri also out there for City.
Yeah, new central defensive partnership for Manchester United as well, with Eric Bailly and Phil Jones coming on for Smalling and Lindelof.
Bailly steps onto it straight away.
Yeah, Martial, Fellaini and Carrick, the captain, about to come on for United.
Foden helped to fight for it and win it back. Our TV colleagues doing their best to keep you up to speed with the City changes. Those are the ones that were made at the break. Pogba. City's next two in the International Champions Cup, Los Angeles. They've got 6 days between the games, which is helpful in the sense of getting work into the players. They play Real Madrid. Cleaner header this time by Mangala. Valencia. Suddenly it doesn't have the intensity of a Manchester derby here. Can't punch it down like that. Dare I say, if it had gone onto the left boot of Phil Foden, he might have had no problem just knocking it into the net. Fellaini's head, Jones, Edison twice over, brilliant. Whistle's gone. Goalkeeper wasn't to know. That's those very sharp reactions of Edison coming to the fore again.
Though it was Phil Jones, Lukaku smashed it in.
I was going to say, look who put the ball in the net regardless. Leroy Sané made the room well, but he didn't hit it well after that.
Sense of togetherness amongst the United players. Just energy and intensity, like you've been saying.
Nasri. Mangala creeping forward. Too soon to make any judgments about City, I think. Now he is in Gabriel Jesus and he fires it over the top. Nice by Nasri.
I'm happy with how some unnamed clubs have allegedly made approaches and made contact with the players' representatives.
I would like to know which major club hasn't tried to even make a phone call.
Yeah, still only 18, super player.
Pereira. Cleared by Stones in this game, and the fact he was pretty much unplayable for a period in the first period. Also the link-up play with the likes of Lingard, Rashford and Mkhitaryan was a bit too much in the first half, that for Manchester City. That's going to remain in the memory, isn't it? And it'll be a positive memory for Mourinho, because Manchester United have won very comfortably here in this Manchester derby. But Manchester City, much earlier in their build-up to the new campaign, a little short of game time coming in, and that surely was how it played out. The real goal threat, the cutting edge provided by Lukaku and co for the Reds. And Manchester United win it here with a little bit to spare. Manchester United 2, Manchester City 0.
They just need to see. They just need to see the man. Yeah.
So I can look at him this way.
So a couple more games for both in the International Champions Cup to come.